guys, yasas que kalosirtate, which means hello and welcome to another episode of Dimitra's Dishes, where I teach you how to make delicious recipes that are easy, did I say delicious? And that they're worth sharing with the ones that you love. Today I'm going to teach you how to make a strawberries and cream Swiss roll. Basically, it is a sheet of sponge cake, the same sponge cake that I use to make my mango cake. If you haven't watched that video, click up here and make sure you take a look at it. And then it's going to be filled with strawberries and a delicious mascarpone cream. So good, so easy to make. It is perfect for your summertime get-together. If you're having people over, this is the dessert that you want to serve. Let's get started with making the sponge cake. So the cake begins with 5 large eggs, and you want them to be at room temperature. If you want to quickly bring cold eggs to room temperature, just put them in a bowl with warm water and just keep switching out the water for a few times until they're at room temperature. That's a quick one if you forgot to take them out an hour before you were going to make the cake. So to the eggs, I'm going to add 3/4 of a cup of granulated sugar and a teaspoon of pure vanilla extract. And I'm going to whisk these in my stand mixer for about 8 minutes or until they're really thick and fluffy. They're going to double in volume and they're just going to fluff up. Next, we're going to get the flour mixture ready, and it's really simple to do. In a bowl, you want to also put a little sifter on top. Put 3/4 of a cup of flour in there. And I have all of the gram measurements in the recipe. You can find those in the description box down below, as well as on dimitrasdishes.com. So 3/4 of a cup of flour, a teaspoon of baking powder, because even though we whip the eggs up so they could be nice and thick and fluffy, we do put the baking powder in there just for that extra piece of insurance to make sure that it rises, and a little pinch of salt. I'm just going to sift these ingredients together. And then I'm just going to add them to the mixing bowl while it's whisking very gently on low speed in about 3 batches. I still like to mix the mixture just from the bottom all the way up to the top, just a few times to make sure that there's nothing stuck way down on the bottom. And it is looking good. Now I have a half-sheet baking pan that is lined with parchment paper. What I'm going to do is I'm going to spray it with some non-stick baking spray. You could also brush it with butter. Whatever you have, whatever you use is fine. That's it. And I'm just going to transfer all of the batter into my pan, and then I'm going to spread it so that it's in an even layer. My oven is preheated to 350 degrees Fahrenheit. I'm going to bake it on the center rack for 15 minutes. That's how long it takes my oven to bake. But you can check it at around the 12 to 13 minute mark to look and see. As long as it's golden on top and you touch it and it springs back, it is ready to go. I'll show you what it looks like as soon as it's done. Now while the cake is baking, we're going to make a little strawberry simple syrup, which is so easy to make. I have a cup of water in a little saucepan. To that, I'm going to add half a cup of sugar and a tablespoon of strawberry preserves or strawberry jam, whatever you have on hand. If you want to make this a different flavor, like a mixed berry or blueberry or any fruit flavor you like, just use that jam in the syrup. Give it a nice mix, and we're going to cook this until the water boils and the sugar is dissolved. Then I'm going to take it off of the heat, and I'm going to add a teaspoon of vanilla extract. I'm going to give it a nice mix, and then I'm going to set it aside to cool completely. So once it comes out of the oven, immediately run a knife around the edges so that way it can release easily. Then while it's still warm, you want to roll it up so that way it holds its shape later on. It's basically going to create a memory and hold its shape. So dust it with some powdered sugar. This is going to keep it from sticking to the towel that we're going to put on top of it. That's good. Then you want to take a clean kitchen towel and just put it right on top. Then if you have another baking pan, put that on top as well, so it makes it easy to flip over. And be careful because the pan is still going to be hot. Flip it around. And it should come out easily, and it did. Now I'm going to remove the parchment paper. And I'm going to dust some more powdered sugar on top. Good. And now I'm going to roll it up. And then you can transfer it on top of the cooling rack so that way it can cool completely. It's going to take about 15-20 minutes to cool, maybe a little bit more. In that time, you can go ahead and make the frosting. So for the frosting, you're gonna need some heavy whipping cream, mascarpone cheese, and cream cheese. We're gonna begin by whipping the heavy cream. We're gonna need a cup of heavy whipping cream. Make sure it's nice and cold. The colder it is, the better and faster it's gonna whip up. And I'm also gonna put a splash of vanilla extract in here. I'm gonna do like half a teaspoon. And I'm gonna whip this in my stand mixer with the whip attachment or the whisk attachment on high speed. First, we're gonna start off on low speed because you don't wanna end up wearing it until it's nice and fluffy. Fluffy like a white cloud. I'm just gonna transfer this to another bowl. And I know you're wondering, we didn't sweeten this with anything. Well, that's because the next part of the frosting is gonna have all of the sugar in there. So that is done. Now to my mixing bowl, let me put it back on here. I'm gonna add the cream cheese. You wanna make sure that the cream cheese is nice and soft. So leave it at room temperature for like an hour before you're ready to make this. That's 8 ounces. And we need 8 ounces of mascarpone cheese. Mascarpone cheese is light and creamy and so delicious. If you cannot find mascarpone cheese, then go ahead and use all cream cheese in this. That's gonna be fine. And now to this, I'm gonna sweeten this with some confectioner sugar. So I'm gonna put 2 cups in here. If you feel like that is too sweet for your taste, put less. Taste it as you go. You can do it with 1 cup first, mix the whole thing together, taste it, and if you think that that's good for you, then don't put any more sugar. But we like things really sweet around here, so I'm gonna do 2 cups of confectioner sugar. And I'm also gonna add a teaspoon of vanilla extract in here. Almond extract is also really nice. You can do a little splash, like half a teaspoon of almond extract combined with the vanilla, and that would give also really nice flavor. And I'm gonna start it off on slow speed, and then I'm gonna increase the speed to high until it's nice and smooth and creamy. I love this frosting. I'm just gonna go ahead and give this a little taste. This is so good. If you want a more cheesy, like a cream cheese icing type filling, and you don't wanna lighten it up with the heavy whipping cream, you can do that too if you want. Now what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna add the whipped cream to this because this is gonna make it really nice and light because the cream cheese and mascarpone together are pretty dense. So this is gonna lighten it up. And you can just do that with your spatula. This is so delicious. You're gonna end up using this on a lot of things. This would taste good with just some fruits in a bowl, if you ask me. Now we're just gonna put the whole thing together. Okay, so the cake should have cooled down now, and this is gonna help it roll again later on once we put all the fillings inside. I'm gonna unroll it. Perfecto. And I'll stay on this side because this side is ready to get rolled back up, so I'm gonna make my life easy. Now what I'm gonna do, and again, this is optional, this is gonna add more sweetness to it. If you're not going for too much sweetness, leave it out, but I'm gonna put some strawberry jam on here. Just put a few dollops of strawberry jam here and there on the cake. All you want is a really thin layer, and then go ahead and spread that on top. Now we're gonna put most of this frosting. Now resist the urge to make a thick layer of frosting in here, otherwise it's gonna be almost impossible to roll the cake back up. We're gonna reserve some of this for the topping so that way we can decorate it. And I'm just gonna use the same offset spatula, and I'm gonna spread this on top of the jam. And the final thing to do is to put some chopped up strawberries on top. These are just some strawberries that I thinly sliced. And I just realized that I forgot to brush syrup, the strawberry syrup that we made. I forgot to brush it on the sponge cakes. Oh, I forgot to put the syrup. So you at home, you're not gonna be filming a video, you're gonna be reading the recipe, and it's gonna be much easier for you. Just as soon as you unroll the sponge cake, lightly brush some syrup on top of the cake, but I'm gonna forget that. I'm gonna pretend that never happened. Okay, now I'm gonna roll this back up. So you can use the help of this towel, of the kitchen towel, to roll it up. And you wanna get a little bit of a tight roll, as tight as you can. And then go ahead and transfer it to your serving dish, your serving platter, or if you're like me and you like to be very rustic, put it on a cutting board. So very carefully do this. Do it seam side down. So once it's nice and rolled up, then you can go ahead and dust some more powdered sugar on top. And if you want to, that's it. You can just serve it just like this. Now at this point, you can take the roll and put it in the refrigerator and let it sit for an hour, hour and a half. It's gonna soften and like absorb all those flavors from the strawberry and everything that's in there, and it's gonna soften and become more moist. Or you can take it and serve it just the way it is because it is ready to be eaten. But I'm gonna kick it up a notch like Emerald says, or make it a little extra fancy. And I put all of the frosting that was left over in this pastry bag that's fitted with a star attachment. This is a large star tip. I'll put all of the links on the blog post and underneath in the comment section, not in the comment section, in the description box. And what I'm gonna do is I'm just gonna pipe some rosettes. And then just so that everyone knows what's in there, we're just gonna put some strawberries on top. And then the rest, I'll just put on the board just like that. And there you have it, a strawberry cream cake roll ready in no time. This whole thing actually was done in an hour, so you can totally do this in an hour, a day before your party. Keep this in the refrigerator. Obviously, do not put it onto a, what is this called? Onto a cutting board. If you're planning on putting it in your refrigerator, there won't be room. So make sure you put it in a dish that, can go in your refrigerator. Then you can always transfer it onto a cutting board. If you are gonna do that, put some parchment paper underneath the cake so that we can just lift it and put it on there. I don't need to tell you that. You guys can figure all that out. There it is. Now it's time to slice it and give it a little taste. And it cuts so smoothly and so easily. Has all of the flavors of summer. The cake is super light. Make it for your next summertime get-together, a barbecue party, a birthday party. You get what I'm saying. And if you have leftover syrup, after you use the syrup, after you brush it on the cake, you are gonna have some left over. It is great for cold drinks. Instead of putting sugar in there, this will dissolve and it'll flavor with a little bit of strawberry and it'll be delicious. So take that syrup and store it in the refrigerator in an airtight container. Get the recipe underneath the description box down below. Let me know what you guys think. And if you wanna learn how to make the mango cake, click over here and I'll see you right over there. Yes,